Liverpool may sign Nordin Amrabat. Liverpool's transfer target and 2022 World Cup sensation Sofyan Amrabat has been likened to Javier Mascherano by journalist Peter Rourke and compared favourably. Jürgen Klopp is reportedly considering his winter move. According to Corriere dello Sport, the German manager of the Reds is trying to strike a deal this winter where the Moroccan phenomenon Amrabat is at the centre of attention. It is reported that Fiorentina would definitely want to consider if an offer of around £35 million comes in. Klopp must act quickly and test the determination of the Italian team if he is to dock the ship and put Liverpool on course for success at the end of the season. Amrabat could even be like an old Red, according to Rourke, who spoke to Football Fancast. The transfer expert said, his qualities may be better than Mascherano, which will be a huge bonus for Liverpool. If he is half as good as Mascherano, I'm sure Liverpool fans will be happy to welcome him at Anfield. This period has become even more evident given Liverpool's desperation in the search for new faces in the midfield, the games to be played in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, and the second half that will be tough in the Premier League. Amrabat, 26, can serve as a central focus in righting wrongs. He can provide an atmosphere of confidence in the midfield and prove to be a sparkling jewel to weave an undeniable layer of perfection into the curl. Liverpool loyalists know all about Mascherano's ball handling and defensive flexibility. The phenomenon star has done great things at Anfield throughout her acting career and has managed to impress the fans with her performance. Mascherano, once heralded as a phenomenon by compatriot Pablo Zabaleta, played for Liverpool for 5 seasons before winning a £22 million transfer to Barcelona. He earned generous praise for his versatility, dynamism and effectiveness as a midfielder and defender. After completing 88% of the passes during his post-2008 career and attracting attention to the ball, the Argentine took control of the matches and used his football intelligence to select accurate, positive passes. Amrabat can adopt this mantle, and O'Rourke's praise for his ability to possess is backed up by statistics as well. Hailed by journalist Carlo Garganese, the Beast is among the top 5% for pass completion and the top 3% for progressive passes compared to midfielders last year, according to FBref. In matches for Morocco in Qatar, he achieved 85% pass accuracy, 2.3 tackles and 1.4 gaps per exit, according to SofaScore. He was a major factor behind his country's historic rise to the semi-finals of the competition and ultimately had a huge impact on his 4th place finish. While Liverpool really needs a signature with top-notch references to strengthen the middle of the park, a profile like Amrabat is definitely needed. Fleet-footed, pinpointed, and rugged, Klopp's saving grace might be a beast in the middle of the park. Because the battle to secure the coveted Champions League spot intensifies. While Jude Bellingham is one of the main targets, there is definitely a need to add more midfielders to the team. As seen this season, Henderson, Thiago and Milner's advancing age and injury propensity have proven they can't be trusted for a season. Moreover, the contracts of Naby Keita, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and James Milner are coming to an end, and there will be a numerical shortage of midfielders. If Nordin Amrabat is included in the team, it will definitely make more of an impact than the performances of the players who left. He is in great form right now and could be a name that can provide the dynamism Liverpool need right away. Liverpool may rate that outstanding player after yesterday's developments. Liverpool are ready to step up their interest in Napoli defender Kim Min-jae following the injury of Virgil van Dijk. Italian sources claim that Liverpool's pursuit of the South Korean centre-back will become more tangible after Van Dijk suffered a hamstring injury. Jürgen Klopp reportedly does not want to leave himself short behind. As a result, Liverpool are said to be looking to sign a defender in the January window. With that in mind, Kim is touted as one of the Reds' most interesting targets. Liverpool is not alone in its interests though, with Manchester United reportedly following it. Although it doesn't make much sense to sign Kim right now, it could become a very important signature for the future. The 26-year-old has been a building block for Napoli this season. It's nicknamed the Beast, and it certainly does justice to it on the pitch. He also reportedly currently has a fairly reasonably priced release clause in his contract. Should a team consider doing so, they could buy Kim from his deal at Napoli for around £44 million. From what we've seen about the South Korean international, this really seems like a reasonable deal. Napoli's former forward Emanuele Calaio has even described his performances this season as outstanding. 26 years old and not the youngest person around. But he is still young enough to take over if Liverpool are considering potential successors to Van Dijk or Joel Matip. But if the Reds or any other team are willing to trigger Kim's release clause, they will actually have to wait until July. Fabrizio Romano reported that the clause will only be valid for 2 weeks this summer. Napoli are also said to be very willing to renegotiate the contract they signed just 6 months ago and will likely raise the £44 million fee. However, if they fail to get a new deal agreed, perhaps a move in January will make more sense for Kim than was initially thought. With Virgil out for now, Liverpool will try to have adequate cover until he returns. But beyond that, it's time to start thinking about what's next. Perhaps it is worth testing the determination of the Italians. Kim Min-jae is quite fast despite her 90s height and really impressively excels in attack times. He makes good use of the advantage of his height in the air ball and thus can contribute to the score. This season, he scored 2 goals in 15 matches for Napoli in the league. In addition, it can catch up with the last man in balls thrown behind the defense, and its sweeping feature is impressive. Liverpool's defensive woes this season have been more than glaring. Joel Matip's contract expires in 2024 and, given his age, no new contract is expected to be offered. Kim Min-jae's early arrival may provide an opportunity to quickly get through this transition period. Liverpool boss Jürgen Klopp has made the final decision on the £33 million midfield transfer. Jürgen Klopp has made the final decision on loan Arthur Melo amid Liverpool's midfield concerns. The Reds have a £33 million option to permanently sign the Juventus star once his interim mandate ends in July, as the need for an upgrade becomes more transparent by the week. Liverpool's last-day move for Arthur has been met with questioning and uncertainty by the club's own fans and outside observers. It didn't have the makings of the well-thought-out transfer strategy that the Anfield Giants had developed during Jürgen Klopp's successful reign. For the first time in a long time, Arthur's arrival cast a panicked shunt to address a glaring issue that needed fixing after the failed follow-up of Aurelien Tchouameni. His time in England was worse than many imagined. The 26-year-old has only had 13 minutes since completing his transition from Juve in a 4-1 loss to Napoli. As a result, Arthur's days at Liverpool were unsurprisingly disappointing. According to the reported information, Klopp is expected to choose not to trigger the £33 million buyout clause in his loan contract and the Brazilian player will return to the Serie A Giants.